I think you really got taken over the coals and shafted many years ago when you were talked into getting married to a young lady by the name of Miss Vicky on the Johnny Carson show. And John, that did a tremendous amount for your career in the sense that Johnny loves you. And in the sense that people remembered that. That was the most viewed late night show in the history of television. How did that happen? How did you let it happen?
Well, first of all, Mr. Carson asked on September 17th or 18th, 1969.
It was a cold out of the blue question.
Yeah, he asked. In fact, one of my fans, Mr. Giannopoulos, has it on tape, on cassette tape, where he asked us on September 18th or 17th in New York, where he did a show, where we're going to get married. And I said, well, I'm going to marry her in Haddonfield, New Jersey around Christmas time. And he thought for a minute and he said, well, would you like to do it on our show? He said, we'll pay the bill. We'll take care of her wedding gown. I said, gee, to myself, I said, gee, I'd look great in front of her mother. And she was only 17. And I said, sure, I'd love to do it.
How old were you at the time?
Well, I was near 40.
But near 40, does it mean you weren't too far from 52?
No, I was near 40.
1968 that happened?
69, December 17th.
So even 45.
Well, no, I was.
Come on, we got a level.
I was really near 40.
Yeah, you were near 40. Okay. Did you think it would ever work out, that marriage?
Yes. I always thought, I told Miss Vicky before the marriage, before we even got engaged in August of 1969 in the Steel Pier, where I was there for about a week.
Down in Atlantic City.
Yeah, I said to her that if we marry, I don't believe in birth control. I mean, marriage is only for children here. You don't have to marry me. But if you're lying, there's a higher source that knows about it. No, I want to marry you. Okay, fine. I said,
but you knew you were dealing with a 17-year-old who maybe didn't have the greatest cognitive reasoning in the world.
True, but if they know how to eat, if they know how to pick up a glass, they know when they're doing wrong. Age means nothing. I mean, I married the second one, Miss Jan, who I'm married to now, and she's in New York somewhere. I mean, she was 34 when I married her, and the same thing was told. And unfortunately, these things didn't happen. The birth control pill was there.
I'm not finding fault. I adore you.
Well, thank you.
You are an icon of Americana. There's a lot of us. I was sitting in a restaurant just a few months ago, and a lady walked up to me and she said, Mort, I always watched your show. I listened to your radio show, and I listened to you with Tiny Tim on. What do you think of Tiny Tim? I said, I think he's a wonderful, decent, kind-hearted human being. I think he's really been given the short stick. She said, well, my name is Victoria something, and she explained her name. And it wasn't until about 5 minutes in the conversation I realized she was Miss Vicky. And she had sought me out. And she talked to me about your daughter, Tulip, about her, and about the fact that you weren't there for Tulip, to help Tulip be raised. You weren't there financially. And that she felt she had been put through an awful lot in life. And I said to her, well, did you get any benefits out of it? And she said, yes, I guess I met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met before. Were you abusive during that marriage at all?
I only once was trying. I could have lost my temper and hit her once. That might have been 73. But that was because before we married, she knew what Jesus Christ meant, that I didn't believe in cheating. I didn't believe in anything of fooling around. She was fooling around with me in 71. She left me in 72 with a male model, who's now the publicity man for the Limelight in New York, the disco. She left me. There was a letter from somebody in Bermuda, some man she met when we played there, who wrote to her without my knowing, and she had committed adultery before the marriage. Then one day I had a date to meet, and I'll tell you who it was, to go to Cindy Adams and Joey Adams' place. Right. I wanted her to go there so that she could see them.
Cindy, a wonderful person.
Oh, God bless her. Both wonderful people. And definitely she was ready to go, and then she changed her mind. I said, you're changing your mind now. You're embarrassing me in front of her. You're ready to go. They're waiting for you. And yet you went and left me for this guy here a couple of years ago, and now you're doing that because I need you? I said, you son of a gun, you. I mean, there's an embarrassment not only to myself, but to Miss Adams. She didn't want to take the chance to even do that. So basically, of course, I get angry there. I think I was a little justified. The woman committed adultery on me, and I still wouldn't divorce her because I don't believe in divorce. She got a divorce because the state of Jersey gave it to her in 1977 when I couldn't afford to come up there.
If you could talk to Tulip right now, what would you say to her?
I would say to her, you don't have to call me father, because I wasn't there, as the article said in the Inquirer. And the Inquirer, said this. The Inquirer article was no new news because you just said, Mr. Downey, she knew back in 1972 that the funds were low and that every day paid the rent. So I would say to Miss Tulip, look, you don't have to call me father, but I have my faults. I'm sorry this career could not make it work for you. And I'm not trying to find fault, but the Inquirer did not say this. The Inquirer did not say, and I told Mr. Nelson, who wrote the article.
Let's talk about the Inquirer, which I happen to think is a slimeball, sleazebag, puke dirt piece of crap. We'll come back. We'll come back, and I hope you do, because you deserve it. You deserve good things to happen again. Stay with us, please.
This is Downey, and Mort will be back in just a moment.
All right. Tiny, let's face it, all of us have been down on our luck at one time or another. Some of the folks are saying that I'm now making a comeback as a talk show host, that I had to slink away with my tail between my legs and become a movie actor. And that is about as low as you can get in this business. But you're coming back, so you must have. Let's go to the loudmouth, see what this gentleman has to say. Go ahead, sir. You're on.
Yeah, Tiny Tim, I wondered what you're doing now and when you're going to make some guest appearances this week and all from us back in the 60s so we can enjoy you again.
Oh. I'll tell you what, right now, I'm very happy to be managed, I may say, by Mr. Dixon, Mr. Lister, Mr. Plim, and Mr. Bonas in Iowa.
Sounds like you got about 60% of yourself given away there.
No, these men are the most honest men I've met in this whole business in the longest time. And basically, so they've got a lot of work coming. I have to go to the Holiday Island, the Islamorada, work there a few days for Mother's Day. And then there's projects in the works, so I got no complaints.
Somehow you've survived. You've survived. You've made millions of dollars. Like all of us, you've made mistakes. And like all of us, you're going to make more. All right? You're going to make more of them. How have you kept it going?
Well, once more, I really want to say, I just thank Jesus Christ for his blessings, the prayers, trying to do what he wants.
It's tough to eat a rosary bead.
No, but it's a great support. And also, I may say,
you got support from a lot of folks here, too. Everyone here wishes you good luck on your phone. And frankly, thanks for dispelling the rumors, and I hope Tulip comes around. I hope Miss Vicky understands that your heart broke too, and I hope you understand we all love you.
Mr. Downey, thanks so much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Donington.